look at Floyd. Like, Floyd spends money like it's a tap. Like, he's got a tap, just like unlimited amount of money. Money's just flowing. And even as much money as he's made in his career, which he's probably made as much, if not more money than any boxer ever. Like, there's all these lawsuits. Like, he hasn't been paying things, and he owes money on this and owes money on that. And it's like, and then he's got to come out of retirement.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah.
That's tough. I think it's just the lifestyle that Floyd lived.
Yes.
I think he can't fathom to just live a modest lifestyle. It's like he gotta be lavish.
Right. He's got to have those videos where he shows you all the watches, where he opens the case up, you know.
All the money. You gotta show that he got $1 million in his backpack. And, you know, he got the latest watch and the latest car, and look what I just bought.
And when you get into latest watches and latest cars, you get into that, like, boy, that money goes quick.
Yeah.
Bugattis are like $3 million. There's watches that are $3-5 million. That's crazy. So you buy a watch and a car, you're down 10.
When the topic of Floyd Mayweather's real estate claims came up, Joe Rogan didn't hide his doubts. Instead of quietly questioning the story, he openly challenged the numbers, pointing out that something about them simply didn't add up.
One of the reasons why people watch him fight is not because he's like Mike Tyson, just goes out and destroys people. They like watching him fight because they hate him. Because he talks so much shit, and he's like, look at my $1 million watch, look at my fucking jet, look at my house, look at this. He's like constantly showing you all these things that he has. Like, he'll lay out watches in a hotel bed. Like, this is $1 million worth of watches. This watch goes for $2 million. And they're like, this is my small watch that I take sometimes, but I want to show you. When I show up, I bring out the big boy, and it brings out this watch that's covered in diamonds. It's like $5 million. And so you hate him.
And that Floyd owes like $1.4 million in jewelry debts, that Floyd owes like hundreds of thousands of dollars in rent for a private New York apartment. His private jet fuel, he's not paid hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of fuel and maintenance. He put up one of his jets that I think he even sold, but one of his jets, and I want to say one of his properties, like one of his homes, up as collateral for a $54 million loan from an individual, from a billionaire that had a 9%.
Rogan also questioned the bigger story surrounding Floyd, especially the claims that he owns dozens of expensive properties worth tens of millions. He explained that making bold claims about wealth is one thing, but proving ownership of those valuable assets is a completely different matter.
IRS, how much does he owe?
It's in the $20+ million range.
It's a lot of money, man.
But it's not something that he's been, it's not like deception.
No.
It's just neglect to pay.
Neglect. And it's also like, I think, and there is like a truth to this. He makes so much money, there's probably a point when they're like, hey, it's time to pay your taxes. And you go like, all right, here's a check for $25 million. That's an incredible amount of money. And then they go, that's true, but you owe 50 more. And he's just like, that can't be right. I've given you $25 million.
Yeah, he's bought over 100 luxury cars from the same dealer and always pays in cash.
He has $15 million worth of cars.
That's where the story becomes more interesting. Floyd built the entire Money Mayweather image around endless wealth, stacks of cash, luxury watches, and a lifestyle that showed complete financial success. His brand has always presented him as someone with almost unlimited wealth. But behind the scenes, rumors spreading through business circles suggest the truth may be much more complicated than the flashy image the public sees.
Mayweather is made, and because he's the best in the history of pay-per-view at making sure that the money ends up in his pocket. He is, or has been, a businessman as an athlete that almost doesn't have a peer because he owns all his own stuff as an independent. Your spending has to be so fiscally irresponsible to lose the amount of money that Floyd Mayweather has lost that it is almost beyond anything that is reason. It's not merely fiscal insanity. It's something that doesn't make any sense to me.
Right. And another sign of him maybe in financial trouble is, as of February 2026, Floyd Mayweather has initiated a massive $340 million lawsuit against Showtime Networks and former executive Steven Espinoza. So he's trying to get some bread right now.
The estimate is that he made over $1.2 billion.
Reports from Business Insider claim that 2 of Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s commercial real estate properties have already faced foreclosure issues. There were also reports that a building linked to his Las Vegas strip club could be at risk because of unpaid property taxes. On top of that, Legal disputes have surfaced involving alleged unpaid balances for luxury watches and expensive jewelry, claims that Floyd has strongly denied. When all of these issues are put together, the discussion quickly changes from flashy displays of wealth to serious questions about his financial situation.
Things that they said in this article were insane. That Floyd owes like $1.4 million in jewelry debts, that Floyd owes like hundreds of thousands of dollars in rent for a private New York apartment, his private jet fuel. He's not paid hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of fuel and maintenance. He put up one of his jets that I think he even sold, but one of his jets and I want to say one of his properties, like one of his homes, up as collateral for a 50.
The outlet also reported that 2 Trump Las Vegas condos were briefly seized over unpaid taxes before being returned after the payments were made. It also claimed that a reported $54 million loan used Floyd's homes, private jet, and businesses as collateral. Whether these reports are exaggerated or simply misunderstood, the gap between Floyd's flashy money image and the financial headlines has sparked plenty of debate. Joe Rogan's earlier doubts about Floyd's empire had already made people question the story. Then Chael Sonnen stepped in, grabbed everyone's attention without holding back, looked at the "Is Floyd broke?" headlines, and basically asked why anyone was surprised.
And why are we attempting to tease Floyd? Is Floyd? Yes, he's broke. Of course he's broke. He's a boxer. Did they say can't read? That's not to tease him. They say that he can't read. His best friend at the time said that he can't read, and he never denied it. I don't tease him for it. He was a guy who grew up in a boxing channel, right? It's one of these things. You know what you know. You know what you were taught. They didn't teach him about contracts. They didn't teach him about saving. They didn't teach him about investments. Who would have taught him these things?
He immediately turned the question back on the audience, asking, "If you get up and work every week because you need money, why should it be any different for a boxer?" I remember thinking, that's classic Chael logic, part blunt honesty and part playful trolling. But he didn't stop there. Chael went on to challenge the myth surrounding boxing paydays, explaining that the billion-dollar earnings and huge pay-per-view numbers often come straight from press releases instead of verified financial records. When he pointed out that nobody from the companies handling the pay-per-views had actually confirmed those unbelievable figures, it felt like he had thrown a grenade into years of boxing hype and exaggerated stories.
He got baby mamas all over the place. What do you mean is he broke? Of course he's broke. What boxer do you know that isn't broke? What a ridiculous question. But it's the fact that they're attempting to tease him. I mean, first off, they're asking the question. Look, I've told you until I'm blue in the face. The numbers that you hear in boxing simply aren't true. Floyd made $1 billion. No, he didn't. Floyd and Conor made $500 million. No, they didn't. Of course they didn't. Nobody's ever confirmed that. And it's the same thing with the check. I got $100 million for a fight. Oh, you did? Who signed the check? Whoever signed the check is going to want credit for it. There's never been a time that $1 million check was written and the dude that wrote the check didn't make sure that somebody found out he wrote the check. So who wrote the check? Floyd's got a whole bunch of them, apparently. He got $1 billion.
At the same time, Chael wasn't only criticizing Floyd. He was questioning the entire way sports finances are promoted and exaggerated. He then shifted to the chaos surrounding fight contracts, explaining that Floyd announcing several fights alongside the rumored Tyson bout would send any promoter into complete panic. In boxing, timing and exclusivity are not just important, they are everything. And that's where the irony hits hardest. Floyd himself has accused Showtime of questionable business practices. Yet now he finds himself creating confusion in the very same business, same arena.
Like, the numbers aren't what you think they are, right? The numbers are good and they made a lot of money, but it's not what you think it is. And yeah, of course Floyd's broke. Would you be boxing if you weren't? And it's very tough to be.
Meanwhile, as critics blame Floyd's own promotion for creating similar confusion with Logan Paul, the story turned into a complete maze where everyone pointed fingers at someone else. But here's the funny contradiction Chael unintentionally revealed. People can question Floyd's finances, doubt the huge paydays, argue about contract issues, or laugh at exhibition fights. Yet the moment Mayweather's name appears on a fight poster, the entire combat sports world stops, watches, and gives him attention that no controversy can take away.
Doesn't. Just to clear that up, no he doesn't. Will Logan ever get the money? I think Floyd's broke. Floyd does not owe Logan $1.3 million. Floyd's promotion owes Logan $1.3 million. And no, of course he's not going to get it. That promotion's already shut down.
Chael Sonnen had already fueled the debate over whether Floyd might be broke. Then Jason Whitlock and his panel joined the discussion, And suddenly it became a full-scale financial investigation. I found myself thinking, we've officially gone from fight analysis to forensic accounting with boxing gloves. Whitlock starts by breaking down Shannon Sharpe and the panel's theory. Floyd's return is all about chasing another huge payday. As soon as names like Canelo Alvarez, Manny Pacquiao, and Terence Crawford entered the conversation, the business side became obvious. Shannon explained that those are the only fights capable of bringing Floyd the kind of money he wants. It's basically the ultimate super fight lineup. Then Whitlock brings up Rocky, asking, "Why do you fight?" Suddenly, the conversation shifts from money to philosophy in the most entertaining way possible.
Suggested on their podcast that Floyd Mayweather is talking about coming back, unretiring.
He is.
Because he's broke.
Yeah.
Let's play the clip here of Shannon Sharpe and Ocho Cinco.
There are only 3 fights that Floyd can have that can command and get the kind of money he's looking to recoup for money that may have been lost, or money that may have been stolen, or money he may have spent, to date. For one, a rematch with Canelo. That's one fight.
Canelo too big.
Listen to me, Uncle. We talk about making that money.
But Floyd built his entire image around the belief that money equals success, transforming himself from pretty boy to money. Whitlock points out the harsh irony. When your entire brand is built on wealth, even the smallest rumor about financial trouble becomes a massive headline. Then Dre offers a more balanced perspective, saying, "The real question isn't how much Floyd earned. It's what we don't know about his cash flow, assets, debts, taxes, and lifestyle." In other words, the financial iceberg hidden beneath all those flashy Instagram posts. Meanwhile, the panel jokes about gamblers going broke, IRS bills, and over-the-top spending. Just the usual chaos. Here's the part that really stands out. While half the panel debates whether a fighter approaching 50 should return to the ring, the other half quietly admits something every boxing fan already knows. If Floyd Mayweather announces a fight against Terence Crawford, Canelo Alvarez, or even Manny Pacquiao again, none of the arguments will stop people from watching once the opening bell rings.
$1 million, and he's 47 years old and he's completely broke. He's won the prize. This is, of all the idiots that we've seen out there, celebrities, actors, entertainers that have lost a lot of money, this guy would take the cake. To blow a bill before he even hits 50 is unimaginable. It actually is sad. It's a cautionary tale. We have seen it time and time again. But who actually wants to watch this guy fight? Like, people that love him. If he comes out and if he loses and looks terrible and gets destroyed, well, look, if you love him or hate him, you can say, well, he's nearly 50.
Whitlock and his panel had already turned Floyd's comeback into a full-blown financial courtroom drama. Then Andre Ward stepped in, and the conversation immediately shifted from hot take speculation to the honest perspective of a real fighter. That contrast is impossible to ignore. Ward begins by talking about the respect he's always had for Floyd's work ethic, and I agree because that part often gets lost behind all the flashy headlines. He explains that the luxury, the cars, the jets, and the glamorous lifestyle were all part of the Mayweather brand. But beneath it all was a dedicated gym fighter who never stopped working. When Ward admits he has mixed feelings about Floyd's comeback, his honesty is obvious. He's not spreading rumors or throwing accusations. He's speaking about something much deeper. Boxing becomes part of who you are. The adrenaline, the spotlight, and those huge fight night paydays create a feeling that ordinary life simply can't replace.
About his business, he's been filthy rich. He's made his name, his legacy, and a lot of his reputation wasn't just the boxing, it was the money. It's the money man. What I have, what I'm driving, what I'm living in, what I'm flying in. And a lot of people, they don't like that. I don't know if Floyd Mayweather had more supporters for most of his fights or more haters. But regardless of where you fall on that line, Floyd Mayweather made it work for him when many people, promoters included, networks included, early.
That's the kind of insight only a former champion can give. Then Ward starts talking about a Pacquiao rematch, and the analyst in me immediately pays attention. He makes a strong point. Older fighters can actually create more action because they can no longer depend on constant movement like they once did. Less footwork often means more exchanges, completely changing the common belief that a fight like this would be boring. Still, Ward keeps coming back to the biggest risk, age itself. Your mind still believes you're the same fighter, while your body quietly tells a different story. That one observation explains many of boxing's most painful moments. Even so, although Ward says he'd rather see both legends retired and relaxing on a beach, he can't hide his curiosity. Because when two icons with unfinished business step back into the ring, the entire boxing world stops to watch whether we want to or not.
Over and over and over, and he has to process, can he do anything with me? How does my skill set line up with his? Can I beat him? The problem with being 49 years of age is sometimes your brain can see things and tell you things that your body's not in agreement with. That's the problem with age. Your brain is still saying, I'm him. Your brain is still saying, man, I'm Money Mayweather. Man, these youngsters can't deal with me. But your body is saying, brother, we don't.
Take a step back and look at the full picture. It honestly feels like four completely different worlds crashing together. Joe Rogan is questioning the story behind Floyd's financial empire. Chael Sonnen is tearing apart the myths surrounding boxing paydays. Whitlock and his panel are breaking down the business, contracts, and lifestyle behind it all. Then Andre Ward brings the fighter's perspective, reminding everyone that boxing becomes part of your DNA in a way money alone never can. One side believes Floyd's comeback is all about chasing another huge payday. Another says the financial rumors are nothing more than exaggerated gossip. Ward quietly reminds us that sometimes fighters return because they miss the spotlight, the competition, and the adrenaline that ordinary life can never replace. That's the real conflict. Legacy versus longevity. Business versus passion. Whether Floyd is chasing money, history, or simply the excitement of being Money Mayweather once again, the bigger truth is found in the conversation itself. Just look around. Everyone is debating, breaking down, and analyzing every angle of his return. That's the powerful pull legends will always have over the sport.
And that's the danger of coming back at this age. So part of me wants to see these guys continue to make money. Part of me wants to see these guys, how do they do it at this age? Man, show me something. Show me how your mind can overtake the deficiencies you may have in your body at your age. But the deeper part of me, man, I want to see Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao on a beach somewhere, living off the fruits of their labor, helping the game however they see fit to help the game, and just watching the next generations do what they do. But hey, we got to fight.
Now I want to hear from you. Do you think Floyd Mayweather is returning to the ring for the money, because of his love for boxing, or to finish unfinished business with Manny Pacquiao? Share your thoughts in the comments. Let's have a real discussion. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Knockout Arena.